Come on, Mr. Snow, when are you gonna shit out a review of No Man's Sky, the internet's latest punching bag? You want a review of No Man's Sky? Here it is. Did you think Minecraft had a little too much stimulation? Then the monotonous and repetitive galaxy of No Man's Sky will probably do it for you. No. Hold on to your seats, folks, because we're breaking the rules reviewing a non-Steam game today. That game is AM2R. So here's the deal. This game was developed by a guy calling himself Dr. M64. He pretty much took Metroid 2 and recreated it with Metroid Zero Mission assets. Actually, that's probably way too simplified an explanation. There aren't just reused assets a la Kaizo Mario levels. There's newly crafted environments and enemies. Like, not even just that. There's new art scenes in the game that look akin to the ones in Zero Mission Infusion the guy made that look like they could have been ripped from one of the aforementioned Game Boy Advance era Metroids. And not only did Dr. M64 do all this by himself over the course of several years, he was slick enough to release it on Metroid's 30th anniversary. Fucking baller. So as mentioned, you're basically playing Metroid 2 with GBA gen mechanics. Well, what does this mean? Well, in short, you take this and turn it into this. The two major things that completely change the nature of exploration for this title is wall jumping and ledge grabbing. These two basic abilities allow a player to sequence break very early on and get things they shouldn't be able to. Now, the caveat to this is you're still limited to specific areas because of the lava pits. The lava pits won't recede until all Metroids of an area have been killed, thus forcing the player into a linear path. Not a bad thing, don't take it the wrong way. What I'm getting at is the sequence breaking in this game is more akin to getting an item or power up in an area without backtracking. And watch, as soon as I say that, a new speedrun of the game has been released showing a way to get to the Metroid Queen within 15 minutes of gameplay. Morph Ball has been given one very small yet very monumental upgrade in AM2R. A dedicated button to shift to the form. This is like dual hookshots in Zelda. You don't think much of it, you probably laugh at it, but being able to shift to Morph Ball at the push of a button allows a player to maintain momentum and get to higher places easier for those who aren't great at bomb jumps. Far as I know, this was a feature only seen in the Metroid Prime series where a Morph Ball button was required due to the nature of the game. AM2R takes advantage of the increased number of buttons and gives a 2D Metroid a glorious gift. Another thing that has been borrowed from the Prime series is the logbook. How many times do I say plot should take a back seat? This is the definition of non-intrusive storytelling. You choose to go look up story and log data. There isn't even a pause to scan anything like in the Prime games. Logs are flagged simply by entering a room and loading in the background. You can still move and shoot and kill Metroids while your logbooks fill stuff out. As mentioned earlier, environments also got a huge rework. The image Dr. M64 put up early on in the game's lifespan says everything. The backgrounds are distinct from one another, helping the player discern one space from another, and the caverns aren't nearly as claustrophobic. But lo and behold, Dr. M64 went above and beyond the call of duty, including set pieces and backdrops that breathe new life into each zone. And holy crap, he made new enemies. The flying Robo Torizo thingamajig is my favorite boss in the game. Not only does this showcase the artistic talent of the developer, but also the design talents as well. The bosses are far from being cheap, and have various patterns and cues to fairly alert the player to attacks. From there, it's all whether or not the player has skilled enough to capitalize on the telegraph. But there is the elephant in the room, Nintendo. Almost immediately after the game's release, Nintendo started DMCA actions against any site hosting the file. Now, here's the thing. Nintendo is well within its rights to DMCA this and the other Pokemon fan game that is circulating the internet. Their reasoning for this is it's protecting the rights and the future of the property. Now, if I understand this properly, what Nintendo is getting at is now they can't do a Zero Mission mod of Metroid 2 themselves, because at this point, if they take the new things added to AM2R and sell it, such as the Torizo boss, they would be violating the intellectual property or something or other of Dr. M64. Again, I'm no lawyer, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. All I'm trying to get at is it's easy to say fuck you to Nintendo, but at the same time, people need to realize Nintendo is well within their rights to do this. And I'm still gonna buy Pokemon Sun and Moon. So if you skip to the end of the video, let's just say Dr. M64 is damn talented. This guy made the best Metroid game in recent times, and this isn't officially a Nintendo product. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what else the guy comes up with next. He has the artistic and mechanical know-how to create an IP that can be as beloved as Undertale. Keep an eye on this guy and support him however you can.